Welcome to Truth Uncovered. In today's video, I want you to imagine something powerful. What if just two words, yes, only two, could completely transform the way women perceive you? What if those two words weren't magical or manipulative, but instead grounded in something deeper, something stoic, masculine, confident, not tricks, not games, no scripts or cheesy pickup lines, but a subtle shift in how you express desire. A shift so powerful that it reprograms how women react to your presence. This isn't hype. This isn't fantasy. This is psychology. This is presence. This is attraction. Unmasked. So if you're tired of being misunderstood, if you're done playing the nice guy and waiting for women to figure out what you mean, and if you're ready to step into your masculine power, to draw women in with clarity, confidence, and calm, then stay with me until the very end. Because what I'm about to show you could make women respect you more, desire you more, and most importantly, feel safe being feminine around you. And it all begins with just two words. Let's uncover them. And everything they reveal. Now. Section 1. Where most men go wrong, and why it repels women. Before I tell you these two words, I want you to understand why they're so powerful by first looking at the behavior of most men. Because the truth is, most men unknowingly repel women. Not because they're bad people, not because they're unattractive, but because they're operating from a place of fear rather than grounded certainty. Let's break that down. Have you ever said things like, "Whatever you want to do is fine. I don't really mind, you decide. I'm good with anything." Sound familiar? On the surface, those statements seem polite, accommodating, easygoing. But here's the problem. That's not attractive. Women aren't wired to crave indecision. When a man constantly avoids stating what he wants, it triggers uncertainty, and uncertainty kills attraction. It tells her, this man doesn't lead. This man avoids risk. This man fears rejection. And let me be clear, a man who cannot own his desires will never be trusted to lead a woman emotionally, let alone physically or spiritually. Because the woman wants to feel safe. And safety comes from clarity, not just physical strength, but emotional direction. Section 2. The Stoic Truth About Desire. In Stoic philosophy, there's a misunderstood principle. Desire is not weakness. Desire without discipline is. In other words, wanting something, a woman, an outcome, a connection, doesn't make you less masculine, but denying your own wants for fear of rejection does. Here's where men sabotage themselves. They equate wanting a woman with being needy. Wrong. Needy is wanting her and needing her approval to feel whole, but true masculine energy says, I want you, but I don't need you. That's power, that's centered, that's magnetic. Section 3. The two words that change everything all right. Let's uncover the secret. The two words that shift a woman's perception of you the moment she hears them are, I want. That's it. Simple. Ordinary. But spoken with presence. Extraordinary. Let me explain why they work. When you say, I want, with conviction, you instantly convey three powerful messages. You know what you desire. You're not ashamed of expressing it. You take the lead. These are core traits of masculine polarity. Let's look at how this works in the real world. Section 4. Using I want in real-life scenarios. Here's what most men say when they're interested in a woman. Maybe we could hang out sometime if you want. Now listen to the difference. I want to take you out Friday night. Dinner, just us. I'll pick you up at 7. Which one do you think excites her? The first is soft, hesitant, passive. The second? It commands attention, because I want doesn't just express desire, it expresses direction. You're not asking for permission. You're inviting her into your world. That's magnetic. Now let's break it down further. Approaching women. From nervous to natural instead of, hey, Would you want to go out sometime? Say, I want to get to know you. Let's grab a coffee this week. See the difference? No hesitation, no fluff, just presence. She doesn't have to wonder if you're into her. You made it clear. Early dating, leading without controlling, instead of, I'm okay with anything you'd like. Try. I want to take you somewhere you've never been. Trust me. It sounds playful, confident, intentional. You're leading, not dominating. You're inviting, not begging. Long-term relationships keep the polarity alive. Even in long-term relationships, the phrase I want keeps the spark alive. Instead of, we can do whatever you feel like this weekend. Say, I want to spend time alone with you. Let's do something just us two. Women don't stop craving direction just because you're official. In fact, the longer the relationship, the more they appreciate masculine initiative. I want keeps the tension healthy, the polarity strong. Section 5. Confidence versus arrogance, a crucial distinction. Now, let's get one thing straight. Saying I want isn't about being controlling or arrogant. It's not about barking orders or demanding submission. It's about owning your presence. Confidence is, I want this. You know how? What do you think? Arrogance is, I want this, and you don't get a say. The former invites connection. The latter destroys it. So when you say, I want, do it with respectful strength. Your tone matters. Your body language matters. Don't lean in. Don't fidget. Don't explain. Say it. Then pause and trust that your presence is enough. Section 6. The challenge. Make this your default. Now that you know the power of these two words, it's time for action. Here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, use the phrase I want at least 5 times a day. Not just with women, with everyone. When ordering coffee, I want a black Americano. When talking to friends, I want to hit the gym before dinner. When texting a woman, I want to see you this weekend. Every time you do this, you retrain your nervous system to express desire without fear. You teach yourself that it's safe to be direct. And soon it becomes your natural language. Women will feel this shift. Your friends will respect it. And you will begin to respect yourself more. Section 7. The Stoic Foundation behind I want. Let's go deeper for a moment. In Stoicism, one of the highest virtues is clarity of intent, knowing what you value and pursuing it without attachment. When you say, I want, you're not just stating a preference, you're declaring your intention with non-attachment. You want, but you're not desperate. You desire, but you're not addicted. This is emotional maturity. This is masculine grace. It's the opposite of neediness. It's grounded attraction. Section 8. The second layer. Optional word reveal. Now, I promised 2 words, right? Well, here's the second part of the secret. The optional enhancer that amplifies I want. It's this. Because I. Let me explain. When you say, I want to take you out because I enjoy your company, or I want to spend the weekend with you because I've had a long week and I need time with someone who centers me. You're not just expressing desire, you're inviting her into your inner world. This deepens emotional intimacy. It's vulnerable without being weak. It's assertive without being aggressive. And that balance, that's what women crave, even if they don't consciously realize it. Section 9. Final recap and call to action. Let's bring everything together. The 2 powerful words, I want. Not in arrogance, not in desperation, but with presence, with grounded masculine clarity. When used with intent, they convey confidence without force, direction without dominance, desire without desperation. Add, because I, for emotional depth. And you unlock a new level of attraction. So here's what I want from you. Use I want daily. Let it become part of your DNA. Speak it, own it, live it. Then come back here and tell me, how did the world respond to the real you? Outro. call to engagement. If this video sparked something inside you, if you feel more aligned with who you really are, then make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with a man who needs to hear this today. Drop a comment below. How will you use I want this week? This is Truth Uncovered, where men evolve, lead, and attract with purpose. I'll see you in the next one. Stay grounded, stay clear, and remember, your words are your power.